Hello everyone, it's Chantel from Crochantelle and welcome to this video where I will be sharing 10 genius crochet hacks for Christmas. So if you're anything like me, crochet has come to consume basically your entire life, and with Christmas just around the corner, I figured I would share some of my favorite tips and tricks on how to incorporate my crochet and craftiness into the holiday season and actually make it significantly more convenient for myself and everyone else around me in my family. So without further ado, let's get into this video. So my first life hack is to grab all of those old granny squares you used when you were first learning how to crochet or from that failed blanket project, and using them as a way to prevent smaller items from shaking around in bigger boxes. So if you're anything like me, you have family and friends who insist on shaking their gifts before opening them. So with adding in some old granny squares into the box, it can help prevent your gifts from shifting around so they won't be able to guess what you got them. So here I just wanted to provide an example of how I use granny squares when trying to put smaller items in a box. So as you can see, it doesn't really fit, it moves around a lot. So what I do first is I use my larger granny squares and wrap up whatever I am trying to put in the box. I wrap it up several times since it's about the size of the inside of the box, and taking extra granny squares, I just stuff up the edges, and that's it. Now it won't move around inside your box. And then hack number 2 is once again for those cheeky people who insist on shaking their gifts and figuring out which ones are theirs, using custom crochet tags that don't have anyone's name on them. So instead of using typical tags that say to mom, for example, you would just have a bunch of crochet tags all in different shapes. So you'd have stars, circles, triangles, rectangles, hearts, however many you need. And then that way you know all of the gifts that are tagged with a star are for your mom, all of the gifts that are tagged with circles are for your brother, and so on. This way you can put gifts under the tree without worrying about people knowing or being able to guess what they're getting before Christmas. And here is a small example of a simple star that you could attach to a present as a tag. And then for hack number 3, if you've run out of ribbon, you can instead use some aesthetic looking yarn in your yarn collection. So me personally, I like to use my cotton yarns and my wool blends for adding an extra little bit of a personal touch to my gifts when wrapping them up, creating that super cute ribbon for the presents. And here's a quick tutorial on how to add the ribbon. Bonus points if you use a sarcastic label, because I cannot be bothered to use my actual name when creating gift tags. So here I am just quickly using my yarn and tying it on like how I would with a regular ribbon to add an extra bit of decoration to the present. And this is what it should look like. Super easy to do and such a great way to use up your extra yarn scraps. Then crochet hack number 4 is if you do not like using typical wrapping paper and you don't like the waste that's associated with it, you can try making some crochet pouches to hold your Christmas gifts in. You can crochet a simple little Santa sack or something similar, and then that way you can reuse it for years to come while also adding a personal touch to each of your gifts. And then branching off of that one into crochet hack number 5 is making your own crochet wrapping paper. So what you can do is you can crochet a small sized blanket and use that as the reusable wrapping paper. I would recommend using a thinner yarn, as this can help prevent it from being too bulky. And once again, it's a great way to reduce your waste during the holiday season. And then for hack number 6, I would recommend making your own Christmas stockings. This can be a great way to add a personal touch to the holiday season, and it can also save you a lot of money in the long term. Instead of buying a bunch of stockings, you can just make them yourself. I personally have released a line of paw stocking patterns that you can purchase, and it's such a great way to include your fur babies and your floofy friends into the holiday season. So here are the stockings I made. First are the mini stockings, the medium-sized stocking, as well as the large-sized stocking. The mini stockings are free in video format on my YouTube channel, but you can also purchase the PDF versions over on my Etsy, which I will have linked in the description. I think these are such a fun way to include your animals and also use your hobby at the same time. and I'd highly recommend trying it out. And then hack number 7, this is a little bit of a cheekier hack, I would say, and that would be to hide the smaller gifts that you purchase during the holiday season in your yarn stash. So even stuffing them inside the yarn balls themselves. This way, if you have anyone in your family who has a tendency to snoop around to try and see what you got them, you can hide it away somewhere safe where you know they won't touch, because who's gonna mess with your yarn stash? So if you don't like putting things into your yarn bags, if you have a small enough gift, for example, I'm using my busted old AirPods, you can just stuff the small gifts inside the skein of yarn, and it's such a great way to hide the presents without anyone being able to find them. And then hack number 8 is if you're kind of running out of ornaments, you can try getting clear plastic ornaments, the empty ones, and taking some of your festively colored yarn scraps and stuffing it into the ornament. This can be a great way to use up your yarn scraps and prevent waste, while also helping to fill up your Christmas tree. And then for hack number 9, if you're anything like me and my family, you may have a tendency to lose these tiny little hangers that come on your ornaments. So instead of using these during the Christmas season, you could try using some scrap yarn from your crochet stash and using that as a way to hang up the ornaments. Just by tying a simple knot at the top and creating a ring of yarn, you can use that as a simple way to hang up those ornaments that just can't seem to keep the hook on them. And then for crochet hack number 10, the last hack in this video, it is to make your own ornaments. Make it for yourself, make it for friends, make it for family. Making crochet ornaments for any of these people can be a great way to show them how much you care about them leading up to Christmas Day, and then also add a lot more of a personal touch to your tree. I have recently released a video on a free crochet mitten ornament tutorial. I also have a mini stocking tutorial that you can use as an ornament on your tree. Regardless of what you choose to use, these can be such beautiful pieces and such meaningful pieces to a lot of people in their home. And I would highly recommend considering making this holiday season. And here are some ornaments that I've made. First up is a bell amigurumi ornament that you can easily put on your tree or just have hanging around your house for decoration. And then here, once again, is the paw stocking that I showed earlier on in this video. I think this is such a fun, quick, and easy ornament to add to the tree. And this last ornament is one of my more recent designs, and it's this super cute and simple crochet mitten ornament. Thank you so much for watching my video, and if you enjoyed, please consider subscribing and giving this video a like. Comment down below which hack was your favorite, or any hacks that I may have missed out on. I post weekly on my YouTube channel, so please consider sticking around if you'd like to see more content such as this. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.